In fact, it's so hard to write that simple. I mean, we could get really carried away and start getting clever, or at least thinking we're getting clever. But we're not. By being simple is clever, in fact, I think. In the discotheques, which is a pretty big market in Britain anyway, you could go all night long and all you would hear would be, I feel all right, you know, and it was all James Brown, Wilson Pickett, which is great stuff. I'm not knocking it. It's beautiful stuff, but you can only take so much of it. And I figured, you know, it'd be really nice to hear some discotheque music that had a different kind of slant to it. And so we came up with Rock and Roll Parts 1 and 2 and then followed slightly in the same kind of pattern for a while until the next record, which will be something that you can't really dance to in the same way at all.
Well, it'll be a lot slower.
It's a slower record.
And is there a title out yet?
It's called I Love You, Love Me, Love. It's a bit of a mouthful. That.
Yes, some people have said that your ego might be getting a little out of hand with some of the lines in your songs. Did you hang my picture on the wall? Is this a continuation of the same theme?
No, it's slightly different. This is much more of a love song anyway. The ego. I haven't got a big ego, you know. Is that what people say?
It's not nice. We got to know the guy so well, but we never met Gary himself. He sort of kept separate. He stayed in the King's Gate while the other guys were in the Crest, and we never got to know Gary himself.
When you first worked out your stage act, it's almost as if somebody in 1950 projected their ideas forward of what rock in 1973, 72 is going to be like, and then put it on stage.
Well, the somebody is me, but not consciously, you see. I made my first record when I was 15, which was in 1960.
Do you think he's getting a bit past it, really?
No! Is he not? Who cares how old he is? As long as he keeps up the good work.
People like Presley and all that were my idols of the time. So when I was 10 years of age, which is probably around about some of the audience age, my audience age now, I was digging those people. So instead of going progressive like most other artists would have done to the latter part of the 60s, I decided to go back to the beginning and start writing songs. And back to the beginning, my own personal roots, which was rock and roll. But there's no way you can capture the same kind of sound because you've got a different kind of system, recording systems and so on now.
When you were here last time, I saw you at a free concert, and for about the first 4 numbers, the audience didn't really want to know about you.
Right.
And then, you know, there was a fairly rapid change in their attitude, and in fact, after about 5, there were 1,000 people trying to get on the stage.
Right.
How's it?
But I did that on purpose.
You're quite conscious of it?
Oh, absolutely. There's no way that I mean, if you go on stage and hit the public, boom, like that, in the first number, where are you going to finish? You know, it's a gradual thing. You have to take the people with you and play with them, and they play with you, and it's a natural, you tease each other, and you tantalize, and then you hold back, and all those things. The problem I had with that concert, which was it was very vast and open air, and I was really worried that first of all it was light, but there was no sun shining, and my lights weren't working to pick up my clothes, and I do like people to see my clothes, right?
He's got good taste.
But as I came out on stage, the sun came out, so everything was fine.
What's the secret? Is it just hard work, or?
Yeah, I mean, I dig it. You've got to dig what you're doing, really. I dig working on the stage. That's my media. Better than anything else, I dig working on the stage, and it's paid off because people obviously dig seeing me, because we just pack in everywhere, all over the place. Thank you, which is great.
You've produced records for other people. One of them was for Thane Russell Security. Is that true?
Yeah, I produced that. Yeah. How did you know that? Digging into the archive.
Yes, good research. Yeah. But any other people that anybody would know?
Yeah, I produced a group called The Poets, which had a sort of top 30 hit in England, and eventually, when time allows me, I'd like to get back into doing a bit more production myself. You know, I'm not producing myself. I don't think artists produce themselves that well, actually. But I'd like to try and produce other people.
And what eventually you wouldn't see yourself ending up as a producer?
Mm-mm. No, I see myself ending up as a
Millionaire?
no, as a character. I think I might be even near there now. I see myself ending up as an entertainer, just carrying on entertaining, growing. I hope in somebody said to me the other day, you can't go up anymore. You just have to go sideways.
Oh, Gary's great. Now,